Bitcoin just had a flash crash, and if that sounds interesting to you, make sure to continue watching this video. Hey guys, Pingu Charts here. Welcome back to another Bitcoin analysis video. As always, if you do enjoy my content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you guys are interested in free $600 Bitcoin, make sure to check out the link in the bio. As you guys can see, wow, what a move on Bitcoin today. We had a huge capitulation event, of course, with the news today with Binance and FTX. But there is something I want to point out. I made a video about 2 days ago mentioning the fact that this 20.7 level is going to become very crucial for Bitcoin. For those of you that were watching that video, you knew that if Bitcoin were to break this 20.7 level, I mentioned that every time this happens, we see a massive capitulation effect and a huge downside move. You can see we had the same sort of move set right over here. We retested this level here when we were at the 22,800, tested it as support, got the confirmation, and then we had a slow beat formation. We had the same sort of move set back over here where we saw the same sort of level being tested once again, and then another move to the downside. I mentioned this time after time was because of the fact that this 20.7 level is a very crucial level for Bitcoin. Every time we test this level and see a break formation, Bitcoin does have this sort of capitulation effect, and every time we break above this specific level, we continue rising on Bitcoin. As of right now, though, there is two things to note. Number one, of course, is this pattern, which I mentioned to you guys yesterday, is playing out on Bitcoin. You can see we had the same sort of formation play out when we had the same formation over here at the $25,000 level. You can see how pinpoint perfectly this played out for Bitcoin. We saw one top here, second top, and then the third top before this huge waterfall effect down. And this was the exact same pattern we have right now, right? On yesterday's video, I mentioned this pattern as well. You can see we have the exact same pattern. Guys, these patterns play out perfectly on the 4 hour, which is exactly why I keep mentioning the fact that if we were to break the $17,600 level today, we will be looking for a huge move to the downside. You can see that we didn't quite break that level. We actually tested that level, of course, at 17,000, but I am waiting to see whether or not we get a candle close at this level and then that continuation. If that is the case and we do get a candle close at this level, of course, things will become extremely bearish for Bitcoin overall. Ideally, right now, though, guys, we finally hit my overall take profit level at 17.6. I have probably been talking about this level for at least a month now, saying that Bitcoin has yet to test this level and to wait for confirmation, and we have finally tested it. Looking at previous price analysis, you can see this was that level I was talking about prior being tested, and this caused that pump towards the upside. As of right now, this was a double bottom formation, but we have to wait for confirmation. It is very early to be saying that whether or not this is a confirmed double bottom because of the fact that we are seeing the same sort of 4 hour candlesticks. You can see that once we retested at 17.6, we had the same sort of candlestick form on the 17.9, and I mentioned that to you guys before, right? Looking at the 4 hour right over here, we see the same sort of formation. We tested at 17.6, candle closed, and then got a retest of that 17.9, and then that continuation. Of course, right now we are in extreme oversold conditions on Bitcoin because of this large move set to the downside. So I would be expecting a bounce, possibly looking to around that $20,000 level, and then that continuation, or even the 19.5. Of course, this would become invalidated if we can't break above that 18.7 and use it as resistance. But guys, these are uncertain times. There's absolutely no reason to be trading this sort of volatility, and this is why I mentioned this yesterday, last night, that the fact that every single stop has been hit and every single support has been hit, so please trade with caution. Right now on Bitcoin, you can see that once we broke that BART formation, this was that confirmation for that short opportunity, because we knew we would at least be testing around that 19.2. You can see as soon as we tested that BART, we actually saw a nice wick to the upside, and then that confirmation obviously breaking that support. And as of right now, we're basically hovering right in between two very crucial support levels. On the lower time frames for Bitcoin, obviously you can see once we broke that support at 19.5, we saw a beautiful bearish engulfing candle break below that 18.8, and I started to mention the fact that if we are testing this level and we do see that 18.8 and the 18.2 of course be tested, there is a high probability we will be testing that 17.6 overall. As of right now, you can see we do have a nice pullback opportunity, and it's going to be very, very important for us to pay close attention to this 18.8 and see whether or not the bulls can try to take control of this level and use it as support, or if the bears come in and use this as resistance, that would be the confirmation to the downside. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. As always, if you do enjoy my content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you guys are interested in free $600 Bitcoin, make sure to check out the link in the bio, and I hope you guys have it.